4 categories for things I do not feel guilty about spending money on. Since I've been so hyper-focused on paying down this student loan debt balance, I haven't really had a whole lot of discretionary income to splurge on, but there are certain areas that I'm realizing that I simply do splurge on. The first category is developing a high-valued skill. One of the best ways to increase your earnings over a lifetime is to develop a solid skill that you can then use to generate a solid customer base. The skill that I chose to develop myself in is video editing. So I realized while reflecting on the spending that I've been doing this year, I've invested in things like Skillshare. I have become a contributing member to Patreon to support other creatives that are here on the YouTube platform as well. And I've also used some of my income to pay for Adobe Creative Cloud Suite to edit my video for the content on this channel as well as my thumbnails. The next category is time. Now, this is broken into things I either hate doing, things that would take me too long to just do myself, and things that I think someone else would be better at doing than me. So one of those things is bringing some of my clothes to the dry cleaner. I have no problem doing my own laundry. I actually really enjoy it. I think it's quite therapeutic. The part that I don't like is having to iron things. And I know that there's a such thing as a steamer, but I don't feel like it does the best job, especially when you want to like crease something, you want things to be like extra, whatever. It's much cheaper than actually having your clothes dry cleaned because you've already washed them. You can simply ask them to press your clothes. So that's something that I do now that I've returned back to work and I need to have work clothes. The other is, you may have seen this shirt several times and it has definitely gotten its mileage. I've had this shirt since I first started my gig work and realized how handy it came. This is like a speed pass. Going into a restaurant and the line is like 10 to 15 people and you got on this shirt, there's bound to be one person in that restaurant that works there that recognizes your shirt and is going to come to you and say, do you have a name for that order? And boom, you're out the door. One of your best tools when doing gig work is time. So to be able to speed pass through a line and not have to wait 10-15 minutes for someone to get to you, but they are able to recognize you in 2 minutes is a game changer. The more deliveries you can squeeze in to your time, the more money you can make. So it is a really good investment to get something that makes you recognizable so that when you need to get somewhere, you're getting in and out faster. This actually made me money instead of costing me money because I was able to spend less time on every single dash. So that allowed me to get more dashes packed into one set time. I also like to make sure that things that I purchase are also things that can be considered business expenses. If you are wearing this for the purpose of doing your gig work, it is considered a business expense and therefore you can write this off as a tax deduction when you start filing your taxes. Also, I've gotten into situations where people want to know why I'm in certain places, and so by just wearing a shirt, it solves that. Using task-based apps is something that I have no problem spending money on if it saves me time. Basically, it's just something that I don't think I am the most skilled person to do that, and therefore I'd rather just pay for it. So for example, like these shelves behind me, I went on the TaskRabbit app and hired a tasker to come out and install them. Self-care is another category that I don't have a problem with spending money on. Now lately, I haven't been spending any money on self-care. I do have to consider the fact that I do have a Hulu subscription and that costs money, as well as an internet access to be able to stream the Hulu subscription. I also have an Amazon Prime subscription as well in order to watch things that I can't find on Hulu. I'd rather, relax and enjoy things that I like on television every now and then. So there's 3 different things that I've lumped into category of productivity tools. One of them is when I went to Target recently and I bought a bunch of these shower caddies. If you go into Target, have like this little area of items that you can buy for $5 and under. I chose to use the shower caddies for a different reason, more so to organize the things that are in my bathroom, and I put labels on them so that I could be able to figure out what's what. I didn't realize how much stuff that I've actually accumulated in my bathroom, and so it has been amazing to be able to go in my bathroom, see a category, and just be able to pull out what I need from that category of stuff. And it has saved me time because now I'm not running late to get places or walking, pacing back and forth everywhere trying to find this one thing, when now it's in a designated section of my bathroom in one of those caddies, and I could easily find what I need and I'm not running late anymore. The other productivity tool is Notion. I use Notion to organize all of my content for this channel. Everything's already in Notion organized and sorted so that I can see how I want to structure things for the month. Now, this app is available both on mobile as well as on desktop, and it is free. I have a paid subscription for Notion because of the file size. In Notion, I have visual elements that help me remember what it is that I want to include in the videos when I do my editing. I also use another productivity tool called Milanote. Milanote has been a game changer. This is more for visual creators. If you have a lot of different visual ideas and aspects that you want to sort out, it's really great for that purpose. And if it's all in my head, it's hard to explain. But when you have an app like Milanote, you can kind of sort out all of those elements onto a board, and it's kind of like a really large vision board. Like Notion, it's a mobile app as well as a desktop app. I use it as a desktop app, and it also comes in a free subscription and a paid version. I have the paid version. I also incorporate short video clips into that, and so that takes up a lot of storage space. I went and just purchased the paid version for the year. I try not to get into a spin of paying for things on a monthly basis because I have such a tight budget. I need to make sure that things are covered for the year in the event that something might happen or I might need to use the money for something else. There is a such thing as called decision fatigue. Having things already in some sort of system that you can easily go to helps with that decision fatigue. From the time you wake up to the time you walk outside your door, you have probably made like a million different decisions that you hadn't even thought about. And so being able to cut out some of that thought process of things by having things organized and streamlined and already done helps with the decision fatigue. If you enjoyed today's video, I welcome you to give it a thumbs up. It always helps out the channel when you do. To catch me on the next one, please don't forget to subscribe and be sure to hit that notification bell so that you don't miss the next video right here on this channel. All right, I'll see you in the next one. Bye.